Institute of Project Managers of Nigeria, Cipmn, is the only statutory professional regulatory body for project managers in Nigeria that is backed by law and is hereby inviting you to their Project Management Week. This exciting event, themed DUCAP Plus Project Management Practice in a Democratic Dispensation, a Nigeria's Experience, takes place from Monday, August 19th to Friday, August 23rd, 2024. Enjoy a packed full schedule from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day, featuring induction of new members, DUCAP Plus training, mandatory professional proficiency program, issuance of practicing license, issuance of stamps and seals. Venue, FCDA Conference Hall, 3rd floor, FCDA Secretariat Headquarters, near AG's office, opposite NTA Headquarters, Area 11, Garki, Abuja, Nigeria. For more information, please call 080-9304-4669 or 080-3807-4998 or visit our website at cipmnigeria.com.ng. Don't miss out on this very coveted opportunity to enhance your project management career from the authentic Cipmn Institute. Dr. Jamilu Isah Yankwashi, President, Cipmn, announcer.
Welcome back from that. Apologies for that talk back. But welcome back from that very important break. I'm very sure that just like us here in the studio, you've been able to benefit from those tips as dished out by the behavioral check segment, where we had Dr. James Komolafe's assistant giving us those vital tips on how to manage our health physically and mentally. And of course, right after that, you saw the jingle, which will be like, which is the introduction to our next guest. While I was introducing the topic in the morning, I did told you that today is a very important day for Nigeria because it's the beginning of a very, very important week. And for that reason, we know nothing about this. We can't claim to know more than the people who are behind this very, very important event. And that's why, as I told you, we have invited the very, very arrowhead of the people behind this very, very important week to the studio for this very, very important conversation and for us to get to know what will be happening within this entire week as far as the issue of project management is concerned in Nigeria. So, ladies and gentlemen, help me to welcome into the studio Dr. Jamilu Isah Yankwashi. He is the president, the very authentic president of the Chartered Institute of Project Managers in Nigeria. Good morning, and doctor, and it's good to have you once again in our studios.
Good morning, viewers. It's a pleasure to also be with you once again to talk about projects. It is always my pleasure to talk about projects in Nigeria. It's
very important to talk about projects because I have had interactions with you and a number of your officers, and when they see projects, Nigerians have this view of building only. So I want us to start from that clarification because it's very important that Nigerians understand that when we talk about project, we are talking about something much more larger. So when we say project, you say you are always pleased to talk about projects. So talk to us. What's the scope of projects that the Chartered Institute of Project Managers in Nigeria actually handles?
Project is defined as a unique sequence of complex interconnected activities that are geared towards achieving a common goal with a clear specification within a specified period of time using a predetermined resources. So any endeavor that has fulfilled this criteria is a project. And the wordings that were used were not haphazard.
I could actually see that.
Yes.
Carefully chosen words.
Carefully chosen words because they have a specific and direct implication on the definition of the project. I can deliver a talk for a whole day about this definition, looking at each word. It's a unique complex interconnected activities that are geared towards achieving a common goal with clear specification within a specified period of time using a predetermined
resources.
So construction building is just a construction project in the construction construction sector. Virtually all Nigerian sectors of the economy has projects, and the concept, the generic concept of project management is all the same, that is applicable to all sectors of the Nigerian economy. But you see, what is happening in the construction industry is usually the traditional aspect of project management, where all the T's were crossed, all the I's were dotted, from the architectural drawings to bill of quantities, you know, to so many things being in place before you even move to the field and what have you. But you also have so many projects that you don't have all those, it's like that project in research and development sector, project in the IT sector. You know, they are it is a highly dynamic, ever-changing environment, much faster than the traditional project management that you can apply in the construction industry. So you have to apply a different model of approach in those kind of projects in the IT sector, in the, for example, the research and development projects and what have you. So project is not only for the construction, it covers the entire sectors of the economy, and any endeavor that has fulfilled this requirement is a project.
So talk to us a little bit more about procurement. Can we say procurement is a project?
Procurement is a knowledge area in project management.
Okay.
There are basically 9 project management body of knowledge. It is called PMBOK. So one of the knowledge area is procurement. But you see, in Nigeria, procurement is the process of acquisition of goods and services, especially in the public sector. When a contract is awarded, it is usually ending up in delivering a project. For example, a contract is awarded for the construction of Abuja-Kaduna Road. It's a contract which goes through a procurement process.
Definitely.
And then finally a winner emerged and he is awarded the contract. Once he has had that particular contract, he is out there to go and deliver a project. A project delivers a product. It delivers deliverables. Once you have delivered the project, you as the project manager, you have finished your work, you now launch the project into its own operational line for routine operations. Then you move to another project and deliver another product. So once a contract is awarded, it is meant to deliver a product. For example, the contract for Kaduna Abuja Road is a project to deliver Kaduna Abuja Road as a product. So in Nigeria, after the commencement of this particular act, specifically on the 24th of January 2019, it is now a criminal offense for anybody to be awarded a contract to go and implement project without that person and the company being duly licensed by the Chartered Institute of Project Managers of Nigeria. So that's where we come in any award of contract. Because contracts that are awarded are meant to implement projects. So before you can qualify to even be awarded that particular contract, you must have a registration in terms of your personnel of the company and the company itself with the Chartered Institute of Project Managers of Nigeria duly licensed to execute projects. However, if you are awarded a project and a contract to go and deliver a project and you are not licensed, if you are caught, you are bound to be prosecuted with a penalty of up to 2 years imprisonment. including the person that
awarded the contract. I wanted to ask because
because Section 19, subsection 4, A, B, and C of the CIPI Establishment Act 2017 criminalizes, Section 19.2 criminalizes that particular act. Section 19.4 A, B, and C now provided for up to 2 years imprisonment. Section 19, subsection 5 of the CIPI Establishment Act now included the person that even appointed you or awarded the contract for you to go and execute project without license from the CIPI Institute. So it is a very serious business that authorities need to know that it is no longer a business as usual that you just wake up and appoint anybody to go and manage a project or award any contract to go to anybody to go and execute particular contract. The person must be licensed and the company before he can even be qualified. That is why you have so many abandoned projects, so many uncompleted projects, so many substandard projects, because the people managing the project are not actually licensed to execute such kind of successful projects. Okay. So what do you expect when you get a quack, a contract to go and execute a project? You should expect abandoned projects, substandard projects, and all what have you. That is why even the act was actually signed into law on the 24th of January 2018 in order to take care of all these kind of issues. Nigeria has an infrastructure deficit which can only be met by executing successful projects. And successful project can only be executed by licensed project managers. You have so many collapse of buildings all over the place. If you go to a place, if there is any issue, good or bad, the first thing you should ask is, who is the project manager?
And that's always the question that you asked.
Because everything lies around and revolves around the project manager. The project manager is the lifeware of the project. In the project management life cycle, which is 5 phases, the first one is the scoping phase, which some scholars call the initiation phase. The first activity in the scoping phase is the appointment of the project manager. Because the project manager is the lifeware of the project. He drives the project. He makes it happen. And that is where most project fails in Nigeria. You appoint a quacks. What do you expect? So the first function of in that scoping phase is the appointment of the project manager, and you appointed the wrong person. So from day one, the project is dead on arrival.
Definitely, DOA as they say.
Exactly.
Okay, but let me just cut in there, because I want you to ask, what are the things you look out for in an individual or a company before you license the person? But I'll hold that question first to ask, what has been the compliance level so far by government agencies, especially that award contracts, and even from individuals themselves approaching your institute to get licensed? Because what you have said is critical, and we've lost lives preventably. I mean, lives that could have been saved to project, the building collapses and what have you. So, and one would expect that being an institute created by law, government agencies should be compelled, so to speak, to ensure that they abide by what you have just said now. So what has been the compliance level so far?
The compliance level is actually not encouraging, because one of the strategic points we try to ensure we make a headway, especially in the award of contract, is the Bureau of
BPP. Okay.
Bureau of Public Procurement.
Yes.
So I personally have written to the Director General of the Bureau of Public Procurement twice. I went there several times to even pay him a courtesy call, so that we sit down and now marshal out a strategy on how this can be taken into cognizance for the award of the contract. But we have not received any response from him, and maybe we're still waiting. So actually it's not encouraging, to be honest with you, because once the BPP was able to be on board, it will definitely ensure that all the MDAs who are managing, who are procuring entities, ensure that before a person is awarded a contract, the company and the personnel are actually licensed with the Project Charter Institute of Project Managers of Nigeria. If you are not licensed, you have nothing to lose. But if you know that you are licensed, when you are out there to go and implement project, you must ensure you deliver the project in line with the specifications specified in the award of contract. But if you have something to lose at the end of the day, if you are caught wanting, we will withdraw the license and punish you accordingly.
But if Cipmn is a creation of the law, why should it now be subjected to an individual's whims and caprices?
It's not subjected once a law is passed.
Yes.
You don't need the permission of anybody to execute it. Why we are trying to, there is what we call in project stakeholder analysis and management.
Okay.
We are trying to mobilize all the stakeholders and ensure that they are on board. But after a while, we'll definitely commence enforcement and prosecution.
Okay.
Definitely. All right. But the stage we are trying to see that we talk of mobilization, sensitization, especially within the stakeholders. So that is why we are trying to reach out to, especially the Director General of the Bureau for Public Procurement. We wrote to him twice, no response. I went to the office twice, no response as well. So at least now, after some time, we definitely will begin to the issue of prosecution.
All right. Before we go on a quick break to take a look at that a particular jingle that started this program, let me ask, what are those things that your institute look out for in an individual or an organization before a license is issued? And I know that part of the things that will be happening within this week is issuance of license. So for those who are watching and are interested, you may want to listen attentively and know what exactly is expected of you.
Exactly. Like I have told you, project is in all sectors of the Nigerian economy. So at the moment, what we do, we look for Nigerians with existing qualifications in the field of project management. We now train them on the skills of the project management. We have a framework that we call DUCA, Delivering Unified Contemporary Aggregated Project, that we develop indigenously, taking into consideration the specific specifications of the Nigerian environment, so as to ensure projects are delivered successfully. So we now train, which is what we are starting today, up to Thursday. And then by Friday, we now do the induction and issue the license to the deciding individuals.
All right. We'll go on a very quick
qualification and experience in the field of project management, and we train. And ensure that we broach you. It's like actually at the end of the day, we just bring you on board. We continue to coach and train. There is a platform which on daily basis we interact on any project, on any issues, on daily basis. That is a routine. Once you become a member, you enjoy that facilities of the institute.
That's a very commendable work you're doing there. But we'll go on a quick break, of course, during which we will be viewing a particular jingle that tells us more about what this week is all about before Doctor speaks further on it. We'll be right back.
The Chartered Institute of Project Managers of Nigeria, Cipmn, is the only statutory professional regulatory body for project managers in Nigeria that is backed by law and is hereby inviting you to their Project Management Week. This exciting event, themed DUCAP Plus Project Management Practice in a Democratic Dispensation, a Nigeria's Experience, takes place from Monday, August 19th to Friday, August 23rd, 2024. Enjoy a packed full schedule from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day, featuring induction of new members, Duca Plus training, mandatory professional proficiency program, issuance of practicing license, issuance of stamps and seals, venue, FCDA Conference Hall, 3rd floor, FCDA Secretariat Headquarters, near AG's office, opposite NTA Headquarters, Area 11, Garki, Abuja, Nigeria. For more information, please call 080-9304-4669 or 080-3807-4998 or visit our website at cipmnigeria.com.ng. Don't miss out on this very coveted opportunity to enhance your project management career from the authentic CIPMN Institute. Dr. Jamilu Isah Yankwashi, President, CIPMN, announcer.
Welcome back, and we still have with us Dr. Jamilu Isah Yankwashi, the President, CIPMN, that is Chartered Institute of Project Managers in Nigeria. Is it of Nigeria? Of Nigeria, yes. And of course, as you've heard in that very jingle, for today, that is 19th of August to the 23rd, which is Friday, it's been marked as Project Management Week in Nigeria. And so let's start from the very idea of this week, because I know that this has been, for the record that I know, this is the second year running that I became aware of this very important week. So why did the Institute decide to earmark a whole week for all of these activities? I want to start with the reason first before we go into the main activities.
The reason is to educate Nigerians, to train Nigerians on the project management processes, and also ensure that they have the requisite license to legally practice the project management profession. Okay. You know, the act was signed into law on the 24th of January 2018, and people have been managing projects before that time.
Yes.
And we wanted to ensure that they are not found wanting. Definitely we will move to the field very soon for enforcement and prosecution. So, but before that time, we want to give a large window of opportunity for Nigerians who are in the business of project management to come on board, to be trained, licensed, so that they can legitimize the profession that they are actually carrying out over time. If they have the qualifications, the necessary years of working experience, and then we train and we legitimize the profession. After a while, we now begin enforcement.
Okay, I have asked what's been the relationship between the Institute and government of the day, but I don't think it's necessary, because at one of your events, I saw the attendance of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. Even though he didn't come in person, he sent a very, very strong representation. But let me still ask, what has been the relationship between the Institute and the government of the day? Especially, this is very important, just for us to understand that the government is fully in support of the activities of the Institute.
The government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is 100% in support of the CIPM Institute and the current leadership of the Chartered Institute of Project Managers of Nigeria. In that particular event that you talked about, there is a goodwill message sent by the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to the leadership and the Chartered Institute of Project Managers of Nigeria, heavily presented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, who was represented in that event. After that particular event, a letter was also officially written to us, wishing us a successful tenure in office by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation as well.
MashaAllah.
And in addition to that, I wanted to let the cat out of the box that on Friday, inshallah, the Honorable Minister of Education, Honorable Minister of State for Education, Honorable Dr. Tanko Yusuf Sulunu, will also be at the induction ceremony of this particular project management group that we are talking about on the 23rd of this August 2029.
All right. So let's start from today. What is on the menu for today?
So we are 100% on the same page with the
government of the day. Clear.
And we expect a lot will happen after
this particular week
of that particular Friday.
Great.
Because he's going to launch the logo the official logo of the Chartered Institute of Project Managers of Nigeria.
Okay.
So this is the official logo.
Okay.
This, I wanted you to capture it. Anything that is not this is fake. And any person who sign any document, any certificate, any jingle or whatever with any logo that is not this very logo is not actually from the Chartered Institute of Project Managers of Nigeria, and the person is not an official of the institute. So the general public should please take note and recognize this logo. This is the logo of the authentic Chartered Institute of Project
Managers. I think it's even the logo that first rolls out in that jingle, which we will be showing before the program ends.
Exactly.
Yes.
So Nigerians should critically look at that logo and now take note of anything that will come their way.
Okay.
If you didn't see that logo, it's not Chartered Institute of Project Managers of Nigeria.
I think this is very, very important to clear, because for an institute that is this important, and knowing the history of our country, there are chances of some people trying to take advantage of the process by hoodwinking the general public into doing things that are not legal. And it's important that you have the authentic and certified president of the institute here telling us all of this, which is of course to look out for this logo. And of course, I think even from the jingle, you can take note of the number to call in case someone comes with a different message. You have a number to call for clarification and confirmation, which is very, so that you don't fall victim, because we are very, very much aware that processes like these are likely to have people who will want to come in to steal the glory. But of course, thankfully for us here, we are always in support of what is authentic, and whatever is it that is not of public interest, public good, we will never ever be seen to be in support of such a process. Thank you very much, Doctor. So let's go into the week proper. I'm very sure you have quite a lot on the menu to fill the days from today until the 23rd. So let's have a rundown.
This is the information pack of the event.
All right.
And here we have the activities: induction of new members, DUCA plus training mandatory professional proficiency program, and issuance of practicing license, stamp and seal. Here we talk about the statutory mandate of the Chartered Institute of Project Managers, clearly provided under the Cipmn Establishment Act 2017. Then you have the composition of the governing council.
Okay.
On the governing council, we have representative of the Federal Ministry of Education, Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, and also Federal Ministry of Finance. Then this is the direct membership, which we are now.
Okay.
Benefits of the Cipmn Institute, a lot quite there. And this is the training, the DUCA plus, and then this is the bank details where you are supposed to make payment if you are interested. And finally, the very important logo, authentic logo
of the Cipmn,
Chartered Institute of Project Managers of Nigeria, that I want Nigerians to take note of it. Anything that you didn't see this logo that has to do with Chartered Institute of Project Managers of Nigeria is fake.
Okay. And I think that's duly noted, and it's important that we emphasize this very fact. But let me ask, of course, for this week, you have people coming from all over the country already. Should someone be interested in benefiting from the activities of this week, do they still have the chance to meet you at the venue?
Absolutely.
Okay, where is the venue, just in case?
The venue is FCDA Conference Hall.
Okay.
FCDA Secretariat, just near Aegis office, opposite NTA headquarters. You walk in there, third floor is the conference hall. You meet us there and you can join us.
Okay.
For all Nigerians who are interested in project management, here is an opportunity knocking at your door to come forward and be registered, so that you have license to freely operate and now practice the profession in your business of project management.
Let me just borrow your mouth to say this. because you talked about something, you talked about it lightly, but I know that Nigerians always wait for that moment before they start crying foul. No, exactly. You said very soon you'll be moving into the field for enforcement. Absolutely. And it is at that time that you'll be regretting that, I should have attended. I had this. So this is the opportunity now, between now and Friday, right? Exactly. 19th to 23rd of this very month. You have the opportunity to go participate, and at the end of the day, you get licensed, you get your seal, official seal from the institute that will allow you to freely practice project management in Nigeria at any time before it gets too late. Opportunities like this, they say, comes but once, but I'm very sure that the institute has given a very long rope for people to work on before it begin to move into the field, as the president has said. And so it's an opportunity. For me, I feel this is the right time. It can't be tomorrow, it should be today. You can join, and I want to believe that as time goes on, the institute will begin to offer online
of course,
trainings.
Absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
Oh yeah. So let's talk a little bit about, because people now are so much engaged in their daily activities that they may not have the time to join you physically, but will rather want to join you online. As we move along, will there be that opportunity?
Of course. For example, even the induction ceremony there will be live streaming.
Okay, great.
Of the induction ceremony when the Honorable Minister of State for Education will be with us that particular day.
Great.
So we are already moving towards that particular direction.
Oh, great.
And this reminder you have put forward is very, very important, because especially authorities who appoint people to go and manage projects. For example, the Director General of Bureau for Public Procurement, we wrote to him twice. He awarded contracts. He issued no objection for the award of contracts, assigning people to go and manage projects, which we wrote him twice. He never responded. And if we wrote a letter now for prosecution, and many authorities like that, why? Because they don't know the consequences or implication of such actions or inactions, because the Section 19.5 provided for both. However way you help or assisted in appointing or awarding a contract, moving people to go to manage project, you are liable, and you are culpable for prosecution for up to 2 years imprisonment.
Wow.
We will soon write to the Inspector General of Police to now form the team for the enforcement. We are deliberately not writing for now, because we wanted to give opportunity for mobilization, for sensitization of Nigerians who are in the business of managing projects to come forward and register, so that they can legitimately legalize their business of project management. But after a while, definitely we will commence enforcement. And I don't know, it's not an excuse.
It's not. Not knowing is not an excuse.
Exactly.
They say ignorance of the law is not an excuse at all.
It's not an excuse.
And
so my call really is for the authorities, who are people who are in position of authorities, who actually sit down and appoint people, award contract to go and execute project. And it's liable. It's a criminal offense now if the person and the company is not licensed with the Chartered Institute of Project Management of Nigeria. And the reason is not far-fetched. You can see so many abandoned projects we have in Nigeria. We have so many substandard projects. We have so many collapse of buildings all over the places, which result in loss of lives and properties. So it is very important that the Nigerian state sign this act into law and criminalizes the appointing of anybody to manage a project without license, because the consequences are very dire to Nigeria, and Nigeria has one of its greatest problems, which is deficit in infrastructure.
Deficit.
And how do we meet the infrastructure need of the country? Is by executing successful projects. How will you execute successful project if you are using quacks?
That is impossible.
You can see the chain.
True.
And that is why even in the project management life cycle, there are 5 phases. The scoping phase, the planning phase, launching phase, the monitoring and controlling phase, and the closing phase. In these 5 phases, which form the project management life cycle, PMLC, the first one is the scoping phase. In that first one, the first activity is the appointment of the project manager, and that is where most authorities make the mistake to kill project on their arrival, because they are appointed quacks. And now, not only you kill the project, there is consequences of prosecution that can take the person to up to 2 years imprisonment. And let's even assume you are lenient, you have even fine. Once you have been convicted of a criminal offense, you are already an ex-convict.
Definitely. That's mad your reputation already.
You can't sit down, you can't contest for any election, you can't go for any appointment. So the consequences are very dear in actually being an ex-convict of a criminal offense.
Definitely. And why should you even wait to be that when you can take opportunity of this very
opportunity that, and that was why I told you we deliberately did not write to the Inspector General of Police for the composition of the enforcement team.
Okay.
To enforce this particular law, because we want to give Nigerians ample opportunity. And that is why I'm here physically.
Yes.
Myself telling Nigerians this is an opportunity. Come forward and be licensed to practice the business of project management in Nigeria. Otherwise, the consequences is very dear when we begin enforcement.
Well, I don't think I could have said it better than that, and I do not think we need any further warning than what we've already heard today. Thankfully, today is just the starting point, starting day for the week. You have between now and Friday to join them at the FCDA conference hall. It's on the 3rd floor. And in case you don't know where FCDA is, it's just very, very close to NTA headquarters in Area 11, Garki, Abuja. It's not a hidden place. You can join the project managers there. It's a whole week of activities. And from what I have heard already, it's an opportunity for knowledge. Doctor has already mentioned some things that have already kickstarted my curiosity to want to know more about project cycle. He said it's 5 steps, and things like this, when you understand them, even in your household, it helps you to manage your home better. It helps you to manage your life, even at an individual level, better when you have this knowledge here and there. And so why not, if not, take the opportunity, take the advantage to join Cipmn, especially their members from all over. It's an opportunity to network. Doctor didn't say that, but I think having attended a number of conferences, it's always an opportunity to meet Nigerians from other parts of the country, network, have interactions, form new alliances, and that will be beneficial to your individual and business life. And so we can't thank you enough.
Especially top players in the project.
Exactly.
It's an opportunity to get to know them.
Exactly.
Sometimes you are even managing a project, you encounter a problem. You put a call through
to someone.
This issue.
Yes.
How do I solve it?
Because something that you would have had to pay for.
Which pay for?
No, I'm saying that this is the knowledge.
Not only the knowledge, sir. Something that will have cost you dearly.
Exactly.
Because most of these issues are obscured in the implementation of the project.
True.
They rear their ugly head when the closing phase of the project, when you are to sign the acceptance criteria with the client. You say, no, this is not what we agreed, this is it. And then the money has been spent at that time, the damage has been done. The next thing is EFCC. You have spent their money and you cannot deliver the product.
Very, very unfortunate.
Why? Because you didn't network with the rightful players when this opportunity is given to you to put you through when such issues are actually at the minor stage in the implementation of the project. I saw some it.
And you've successfully done that. I will have to put that. I can't thank you enough for providing us this opportunity. He is a very busy person today, but we've been able to drag him here to have this very, very important conversation. And I want to believe that someone out there who has been our guest by watching this program this morning has benefited and will definitely take action to ensure that the consequences do not come knocking. So you can prevent that by taking that action today. Put a call. We'll be playing a jingle now, after, of course, we've excused Doctor to go join in preparation for the day, so that you take down the numbers, so then you can put a call across in case of any other clarification or explanation that you want to seek. It's very, very important that we do this for ourselves. For me, it's always about what is good for the country, what is there for the public good. I don't think it augurs well for image of the country for us to continue to have abandoned projects everywhere. You see a very beautiful project will be started, and at the end of the day, along the line, it becomes an abandoned project, and you wonder why, how. From conception to the finish, project management will have taken care of all of this. You will have known whether you'll be able to finance this project from the beginning.
Exactly.
If you truly engage a professional.
Don't forget, we said predetermined resources.
Predetermined resources. I'm taking note of that definition. I will play back this video for myself and take note of all those concepts, because if you are in the academics, such a definition offers you large meat to talk about. Like you said, you could spend a whole day talking about that definition alone, because each word in the definition has been carefully chosen, and it tells you a lot. If you are somebody that have sense, let me put it that way, you will know that even from as he was giving the definition, I was just looking at it from my own personal point of view as an individual. Okay, all of these stages, if I think about them for any endeavor that I want to embark upon, not necessarily any physical project, it could be a marital project, for example. You want to marry, you should be able to tell yourself, using this definition, to be able to tell yourself it is something that you can proceed with at that point in time or not. So it's very important for us to seek knowledge like this. It's not just because you want to enhance your career, but you want to enhance your life as an individual. Thank you so much, Doctor, for being our guest this morning on the program, and we'll continue to wish you the best. We hope that after the project week, we will invite you back to come and talk about the success of the week.
It's always my pleasure to be here with you. Thank you very much, viewers, and God bless you all for listening and viewing as well.
Thank you very much. We will go on a very quick break. During that time, we will again, like I said, this is to just prompt you that you should get your notepad ready to take down the numbers that will be played during the jingle, so that if you have any question, any information you're seeking, any clarification you are seeking, you can ask through those numbers. Thank you very much once again, Doctor.
Thank you very much.
And we wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, and God bless.
We'll be right back after that jingle.
The Chartered Institute of Project Managers of Nigeria, Cipmn, is the only statutory professional regulatory body for project managers in Nigeria that is backed by law, and is hereby inviting you to their Project Management Week. This exciting event, themed DUCAP Plus Project Management Practice in a Democratic Dispensation, a Nigeria's Experience, takes place from Monday, August 19th to Friday, August 23rd, 2024. Enjoy a packed full schedule from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day, featuring induction of new members, DUCAP Plus training, mandatory professional proficiency program, issuance of practicing license, issuance of stamps and seals. Venue, FCDA Conference Hall, 3rd floor, FCDA Secretariat Headquarters, near AG's office, opposite NTA Headquarters, Area 11, Garki, Abuja, Nigeria. For more information, please call 080-9304-4669 or 080-3807-4998 or visit our website at cipmnigeria.com.ng. Don't miss out on this very coveted opportunity to enhance your project management career from the authentic Cipmn Institute. Dr. Jamilu Isah Yankwashi, President, Cipmn, announcer.